Hello students, myself Manoj Kumar Sen, PhD Chemistry from KV Lalgarh Jatan. I am here to discuss about the chapter D and F block elements and especially more focus on D block elements. So before I start, a few lines about my favorite subject, chemistry. Chemistry is a mystery, let us try to solve. Chemistry is a mystery, let us try to solve. Better you will understand the more you involve. Better you will understand the more you involve. Now two lines in Hindi. ये दिलों के जज्बात, यूँ मन किसी का कैसे जानोगे? ये दिलों के जज्बात, यूँ मन किसी का कैसे पहचानोगे? सब केमिकल लोचा है, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ोगे तभी जानोगे. सब केमिकल लोचा है, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ोगे तभी जानोगे. So let us start the chapter D and F block elements. Now first, what are D block elements and where they are found? If you see the structure of the periodic table, it is like this. Here at one end you will find hydrogen, at another end you will find helium. Now say in this periodic table there lies the S block elements and there lies the P block elements. Now in between these, here it is D block elements. So this middle block contains the D block elements. Okay, so we can say the elements lying between the S block and the P block, elements lying between the S block and the P block of the periodic table. The elements lying between the S block and the P block of the periodic table are called as D block elements. So in this way you can simply denote their position in the periodic table. So here it is the D block elements in the table. So this is your D block elements. Okay, now how will define them? It is their position. Okay, their another name is transition elements or transition metals. Transition elements or transition metals. By both name we can call them. Okay, so a transition element, the definition of this transition element word is the transition a transition element is defined as the one which has incomplete D subcell either in ground state either in ground state or any of its oxidized state, either in ground state or in any of the oxidized state. Now see, for example, if we see manganese, okay, now in manganese the atomic number is 25. You can write its electron configuration is up to argon, that is up to 18, then 3d5 and 4s2. Now here you will see that D subshell is incompletely filled. Now another example of copper, atomic number 29. Now you see up to argon 18. After that it should be 3d9 and 4s2. Okay, up to argon 18, then 18 or 9 27, and then 2 29. Now it should be like that. But what happens, this D9 is just short of the completely filled D subshell. It means just one electron short. So here these two electrons from the S subshell, one of these two get transferred here, and the actual configuration of copper becomes argon and 3d10 and 4s2. Now by this definition, incomplete D subshell, but here it is not incomplete. Then what happened in case of copper 2 plus? Now this is the ground state of copper 29. Now here the one of the oxidized state of copper, that is Cu2 plus, the electron configuration will be one thing I should make correct. When one electron go from there to there, 4s2 3d9, then here only left one, otherwise electron would have been 30, so it is 4s1. Now when we make copper 2 plus, then the 2 electron loss will be, one electron will be this one, and then one electron from here. So we left with argon, then 3d9 4s0. Now in this state copper fulfill this demand, incomplete D subshell. So that's why we say it should metal which is called transition element should have incomplete D subshell either in ground state or any of its oxidized state. So here copper is the good example that in ground state it is not having incomplete D subshell, that is D10, but in one of the oxidized state Cu2 plus state it contains 3d9, that is incomplete. Now in this way copper falls under this category. Okay, now here if we see the general electronic configuration, the general electronic configuration of D subshell D block elements, it will be n-1, that is penultimate, that is second last D subshell, and it contain electron 1 to 10, and then ultimate, that is the last cell, that S last subshell, that is ns, and it contain electron 0 to 2. Actually S is having 2 electron, but due to this shifting to make this D completely filled or exactly half filled, we may lose these S electrons. So S electron may be 0 to 1. Okay, or we will discuss more in the next video. Okay, see you.